7. Number 1 wasn't a ranking, it was a play.
Number 1 in deep trouble now. Victory, Kentucky!
As for the number 2 team, number 2, they stunk as well. In fact, the number 2 team lost 7 of its last 9 games that year. In 2007, Nick Saban was just arriving in Alabama, and the Tide lost to Louisiana Monroe, the Warhawks.
You are putting winning before doing it right, and that's wrong.
Quick staring contest, Hawk. God, you're winning that. Ohio State lost to the Juice.
The juice matured like a fine wine right in front of our eyes.
USC was a 41-point favorite at home and lost. For Stanford and its first-year head coach, it was like khakis from heaven. Notre Dame lost to Navy as the midshipmen snapped a 43-game losing streak to the Irish. How about Rutgers? Rutgers chopping that wood, beating number 2 South Florida on the banks of the Raritan. But if there was one day where the insanity peaked in 2007, it was December 1st. The day started with an impromptu press conference from Les Miles saying he was staying at LSU.
There'll be no questions from me. I represent me in this issue. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
We'll do it live! We'll do it live! LSU had a better day than West Virginia, who was a 29-point favorite at home, a win away from the BCS title game.
A stunning upset over the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Bad day for Booty. That same night, number 1 Missouri, they lost to number 9 Boomer Sooner. As for LSU, who was number 7 going into that weekend, somehow, someway, they made it to the title game. The Tigers and the Hat, they won it all. Wow, what a year that was. A couple of other things you may remember. Number 1 and number 2 lost on the same weekend 3 times. Kansas in football, not in basketball, won the Orange Bowl, was in the Orange Bowl, and finished 4 in the country. But if ever there was an omen, it happened before 109,218 witnesses who were in the big house that day for Michigan to take on App State. Well, what happened was...
When you drive to the stadium, it doesn't look big.
No.
Because it's built underground, when you walk in and look up, it's huge.
Chill on 3.
They can't stop that golden black, baby. Let's go get it.
We weren't intimidated at all.
It ain't about intimidation, man. Did you think we was gonna win?
We didn't think we were going to lose. To me, man, Coach Moore had his common sense, though. He never made you nervous. He believed we were going to win.
All you got now. Everything else.
That opening kickoff, that was an eye-opener. I mean, because you're used to 30 or maybe even 60,000 fans, but you go out there 100,000, it was a little different.
They were such a different brand of ball than us. They were big plug gaps up front.
Mark the setback right side meets blockers. Sneaks past the pass. Williams in for the touchdown.
Coach Moore, he was confident in that rub, especially against that man-to-man cover.
Middle of the field's open for the pass.
Southpaw QB gets the shotgun snap. Ronnie Edwards.
They cash in on the 3rd down. And they more. Off to the races. Wow. Dexter Jackson. He was a Southern Conference 200-meter dash champion. He might be the fastest man on the field.
Hey, Dex, what it feel like when you was running down the field like this?
Hey, 200-meter dash, but we got it down there.
We out of there. Gotta go.
I remember coming to the sideline. Hun says, "Boy, you just scored a touchdown on Michigan."
We gonna live.
It gives you a hope, and once you give some people some real hope.
That was a touchdown for the Mountaineers. You gotta stay up out right here. Never remain focused and set up plays down.
Hey, we go right here.
When was y'all
was thinking on the O-line, though, because they D-line was serious.
I always thought of playing a line more like a boxing match. First round, you play Michigan, they might win. 12th round, win.
Hey, it's 67 to 2 off. We got 41. Cover his ass. No, I'll handle his ass. Oh, okay. I will handle his ass. These boys are easy, man.
Went up 28-14, right?
And Coach Moore saying you're about to get the best the Big Ten has to offer.
Yep.
You're going to get the best shot they got.
Talking about Ohio State, Notre Dame, they're going to catch the best they got. You're going to face a 10-minute surge out there. The next 10 minutes when they come out, that's going to be the best they're going to come out this year.
They damn sure came out and gave us the best the Big Ten had to offer. Because they came out guns blazing that third quarter.
They took the lead, though, man. I just remember being so tired.
All you think about it too good to be true.
Fourth quarter, Mountaineers need a stand. Penny rolling out here. Banks giving chase, trying to catch up within the pass. Oh, he picked off Leonard Love with the football right now. Leonard Love with a huge interception.
Y'all boy came up big on this drive, though.
It's the one that you right here.
Yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be on the field, man.
Armani with 5 now rolling out the pocket. He's got a man open. He's got that pass. The 15. Sanders down to the 10. 5 down to the 4 line.
I was not about to let that thing go.
This is why you're here, friends. This is why you're here, baby.
I feel like I'm about to kick right now. Like, oh man.
Black and gold. Try to pull off the shock of all shocks. The kick is on its way. It is through the uprights. The Mountaineers have retaken the lead with 26 seconds to play.
And in the back of my mind, man, I was like, I knew it was probably too good to be true.
All right, folks, here we go. Strap in. Ball game play right here, boys and girls.
Just had somebody underneath, safety's over the top. That's all we had to do.
One last guy.
Steps up, puts it in the air down the sideline, looking for
David will change a lot of people's lives.
Corey wasn't supposed to be in that position. I was supposed to be in that position. He said, hey, let's switch.
I think we all were praying.
I was here with it. I know where I was here with it.
Kicking right to left. The snap's good. The hold. The kick is good. The Mountaineers have just beat the Michigan Wolverines. The Mountaineers of Appalachian State have just beaten the Michigan Wolverines in the Big
Look at
House.
that one right here talking trash to us.
Unbelievable. It is Appalachian State Nation. We just beat the Wolverines at the Big House.
So, like, did this stuff really just happen?
No, that was the best day of my life. Y'all ever seen that much joy in one place, though, man?
Nah,
Yeah, that was crazy.
that was awesome.
Enjoy this victory as much as anyone that you may ever have. What you did today is a piece of football history.
What a great look at an unforgettable day. Of course, all due respect to Desmond Howard out on the set. If you could hear how captivated our set was while that was playing, that gives you a real idea of how much people love college football. Are you not entertained? And one quick note, Armani Edwards was the quarterback there for App State, successful receiver in the CFL after that. And every player went on to say they do not go a single week, Reese, without being asked about that upset and that game. What might unfold as we kick off the 2017 season, we'll see. But that's a day where history was made.
But Tom, Appalachian State is now a member of the FBS, but it would still be a pretty monumental upset if Appalachian State could do it to Georgia tonight again. You see it? Notre Dame next week. I picked the Bulldogs to win the SEC, so I don't see that happening. I like the Bulldogs this year.
And not just that win over Michigan, but how about last year against Tennessee? They fought like heck too, right in position to win the game. But I don't think they're going to be able to stop Georgia. I don't think the game's going to be super close, just because the Georgia's running backs too good, too fast, too strong.
I think Kirby Smart's worst nightmare is playing Notre Dame next week, not to play them, but because that's the game all your fans are talking about. Georgia fans, that's all they're talking about. Meanwhile, he's got, of all teams, Appalachian State, who's capable of pulling off an upset. So all he's doing is trying to get him to steer in, lock in on Appy State. I think Appalachian State will hang around. I think their athletic ability, their scheme allows them to be able to hang around, but I think ultimately Georgia will pull away late.
Yeah, Michigan's hoping that Georgia will get him off the schneid there against Appalachian State. Not sure that's going to happen, but Michigan is going to face a different